Hi, this is vlog number 5. In response to the question of like how do I feel about this way of working for theater becoming more of an abstract, going in kind of an abstract direction rather than a realistic portrayal. Um, I don't really know how I feel about it, to be certain. I think I guess I don't really understand it. Um, Anytime I've ever done acting or been in a play or musical or something, it's been pretty realistic, I guess, for as much as it is for people singing randomly. Um, so I don't really understand it. I'd say it's definitely for people, I guess, who think a little bit more deeply into things, or you kind of have a more open headspace for watching something like that. Um, so I guess I don't really understand it that well. Maybe not for me. Um, and like as far as how they warm up, or like what would be a helpful warm up for them, um, I would say something that gets them in like a clear headspace, something that allows them to kind of really explore the depth of the character, kind of the depth of the scene, something that gets them in the zone. I'd say like yoga would be a pretty good one. Something calming, something that allows you to clear your head if it's full of any like negative thoughts or any stressful emotions. Um, so I would say like doing yoga or just any type of like meditation, anything that clears stress, that clears like a block for the way that you might be acting. Um, sorry. Um, and like how they use their bodies and their voices to express a story. Um, I feel like they're definitely using their entire body. They're using the way that they look towards another person. Um, Not sure where exactly it was, but I kind of read that when actors are looking in a certain direction, they're either looking kind of back in time, or looking at like a past event, versus if they look another direction, like they're looking forward in time, like they're anticipating an event or something like that. Um, so I think that's pretty interesting, and how they use their voice. I think it definitely has to rely on tone, um, the tone of voice, and kind of the mood of the scene. Um, by being excited to show something is uh, like exciting, I guess, or kind of like scary. Or if you're apprehensive, kind of have a more moderate tone, like kind of like a humble, small voice you make yourself have. Um, and as far as like what makes this work seem familiar to what we've done so far on the midterm, a lot of it has really pushed both Jeb and I out of our comfort zones. We're not the most creative people when it comes to acting or kind of scene creation, like creating a mood. Um, so we've really gone out of our comfort zones. We've really relied a lot just kind of on momentum building. When we start talking about something or we have an idea, we kind of like build upon that, keep on going up with it. Um, I guess that in an aspect feels familiar. And another way I'd say is definitely like kind of like the body language we use, or kind of how we go off of each other, the interactions you have with another like person or character, or I guess actor, um, that really can create a scene or a mood that's not maybe just done by background or done by lighting or something like that. So I feel like that's kind of familiar as well. Um, and then I guess realistic. What we're doing is moderately realistic, but not something you would definitely see uh, in most scenes, or most environments that we're kind of having our set in. So I guess it is kind of pushing outside of the realistic theater scene. Um, it's a little abstract, I would say. Not everything. It has like a flow to it, and it definitely has progression, but it's not the most kind of not the most linear. It's not, I guess, not predictable. Um, that's kind of where I think of abstract in my head, as something that's not exactly really predictable. It's not the most typical progression of a story. So I feel like that's definitely another thing that feels familiar. Um, yeah, but overall, I guess the more theater progresses, the more abstract projects and work that will be put out. So I guess that I will be kind of taking that all in, and whether I like it or not, that's how things are going, I guess.